What's good, bros and hoes? It's your girl, Nita B. Thank you for coming and kick it with me. It is the last day of 2025. It's 10:19 in the morning. And I just had to get on here. Um, I didn't even really know what I wanted to talk about. But I guess I'm starting to feel called to talk about and releasing and letting go, even when the outcome is uncertain. So I'm in a space where y'all know I ain't no preaching ass woman. Yeah, see, I got to cuss so y'all know I'm not no preaching ass woman, because when I get to preaching, I just want y'all to know that I'm not no preacher. But where I'm at, I really am just trying to sit and listen to God, learn to be still, but also just move when he told me to move, do what he told me to do. And so, um, thank you if you're new here. Thank you if you're new here. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to get to know me or you want to see what the vibes are all about. But basically, here at Kicking It with Nita, Um, I use my platform to vent a little bit, to release a little bit, to catch up with you guys, let you know where I'm at, what I got going on, and just connect with like-minded creators or people who can relate to my content in any way, shape, or form. I'm a no niche type of bitch. We got all type of comedy and skits and goofiness all over my page, especially my shorts. I do have some goals to really just pull everything together and make it all make sense. Definitely be more consistent with my podcast, with my videos, just with everything that I do. Um, but if you do follow me on Facebook or you know me personally, you know I also, and I mean on Instagram too, uh, you know that I do massages, pedicures, makeup, along with the comedy, poetry, music, and things of that nature. But as of recently, I just had a gut pulling feeling, direction from God, basically, to stop doing massages. So I offer massages as an esthetician, and uh, I even had sensual massages on my menu. So I definitely feel it's a very creative style of doing the service, and I'm a single woman. I'm not opposed to it. However, I just, when God say do something, gotta do it. Didn't make sense to me at the time. If I'm honest and transparent on this platform as I am, honestly, with more than I am on my other, in any other area of my life, I guess this is where I really choose to be a little bit more transparent with my audience. Um, I announced it on Facebook that I wasn't doing massages anymore, but um, I don't think I really dissected why. And of course, I don't owe anybody an explanation. Like I said, when God say do something, I just have to do it. And it's only been a few times in my life where I just really heard clear instructions, but I'm just trying to listen to him and let him guide me on this one for sure, because I couldn't understand for the life of me why he would tell me to do that in this season. I'd really been building my business up. My clientele was starting to build. I was finally in a space where I could really work comfortably, and I just experienced something. Basically, my mother went into the hospital for a couple weeks. She experienced she had pneumonia, and it caused her to have some other issues go on and in her body, and it was just very traumatic for her, for all of us, family wise, and definitely kind of took a toll on me. And I was just an acting caregiver, of course, for my mom in her healing process, and still is. But somewhere in there, he just kind of gave me clear instructions as to that season is over for now. I'll say for now, but he kind of told me it's just like over. Um, and it was just like, okay, at first it was like, okay, well, that's cool. I'm creative. I could do so many other things. I do so many other things. But the timing was just crazy because honestly, if I'm honest, like, I lost my job in November. Um, I lost my job in November, and my massage business of all my services really is was my moneymaker. And I just didn't understand, like, and I guess to a certain extent I still don't, but I would say this. He just told me to let it go. There is uncertainty. Don't worry about it. If you really have faith, real faith, the size of a mustard seed, you would listen and let me guide you. So, boom, bada bing, that's what I'm doing. And I feel like I'm still kind of in like limbo, but he is dropping deposits in my spirit because he said if I was obedient, I will open your creativity up and your abundance will come to you. Like, that's basically what I took from that. Every door that I need open will open up to me. So, hi. Thank y'all for coming in. And again, I appreciate y'all support. Um, I, yes, I'm rambling a little bit, but it's just, I, being that I'm literally like, what? And then and then I try to go to other people and get some counsel. And, one would say, oh, you tripping. One would say, oh, it's a creative hustle. God isn't mad at you. And da 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 da. And it's just like, I know what I heard. I know what instructions I was given. And in that obedience, I have had some epiphanies. I've had some real realizations. Um, because it's very important to me for my brand. Hey, how y'all doing? Thank y'all. Come on in. It's very important to me as my brand for people to be able to recognize me, I guess, more for entertainment, for the my real passions, which is honestly comedy, poetry, music, being on stage, rapping, and then of course producing from because I am definitely being led into being a director, just really focusing on writing and directing and honing in on my crafts that way and just taking those elements seriously. I think because I was in a form of survival mode and aesthetics and nails and massages like that has always paid my backup. But something that Steve Harvey said before, I think, did I read that in his book or did he say it? It was basically something about like if you focus, like, okay, you have plan A and it should just be plan A. Because if you focus on plan B, then you're not putting as much energy into plan A. So I've always had like this plan A and plan B thing going on. And it's like now that my kids are grown, literally out my house, and I could just focus on myself more, I feel that it's very important for me to put that same amount of energy into plan A. So I say that to say, with all the uncertainty, with being still and still feeling a little uncertain, I just came up with an amazing plan. It's actually something I've been working on for a long time, to be honest. As much Honestly, I've been working on a lot of things for a long time, but it's like now I'm in a season of bringing it all together and bringing these things into fruition. So with that, I created an amazing project that I'm super excited about, and I'm already getting a really great response from my community. But I am hosting and facilitating improv workshops. I'm super, super excited about it, and it's just something that I know very much so suits me. It'll give me a chance to brush up on my skills as well as network with other creatives, improvists, aspiring comedians, aspiring artists, and things of that nature in my community that I know that I could really guide. So I have an amazing itinerary. I've been getting registrations already. I'm even breaking it down into age groups. So the first one is 21 and over, and then I'm gonna have teens, and then I'm gonna do kids as well. So I'm just really, really thrilled because it took me being still and being obedient with where I ended up. Sorry, I was getting a call, but it took me being obedient with the massage thing, where I could look at my space and even reroute the room that I did massages in order to pull it all together so that I could offer my workshops in my other space. So it's just amazing um, how it's all coming together for me. And honestly, I know that came out of me being obedient and still being scared and not knowing. Like, it's just crazy how I'm I've never been this alone in my life, if that makes sense. I just always lived with people. I grew up in a house with my mother, my father, and my sister. When my parents divorced, my sister and I lived with my mother, and always was surrounded. I always was surrounded by friends. We was always the ones. Our friends was coming over our house all the time. And then, when I got pregnant, I had my kids. Me and my kids' father. Well, when I was pregnant, me and my twins' father lived together with my mother. And then when I had my twins, we had our own place. And we basically lived alone together for a year and a half or whatever. And then after that, my sister and I lived together. And, we always had our friends around. My cousin would stay with us off and on, or just always had friends. And then, as my kids got older, it was just me and them. Like, it was always me and them. And so my twins are 18. They turned 19. Oh my gosh. They turned 19. Well, I want to say this month, but it's still December. So they turned 19 this month. And it's just like, I say all that to say that I'm just so used to being around them, being around people. I've always let like a friend come stay with me, like, hey, boo, you need somewhere to stay. You know what I'm saying? I was always that one. My friends would come stay with me. I had all type of my church cousins, real cousins and friends. Like, people have always just kind of stayed with me or just been around me. And in this season, I've really just kind of been alone, especially since, I would say since September. Yeah. So since September in this season, I just really kind of been alone. It's just been me and God, me, God, and Chat GPT figuring it out. I swear, and that's not a bad thing. It takes a lot of getting used to. And then I have moments where it's like, dang, I wish I had a partner, or dang, like, I wish I had my friends around more. But it's just like, um, I recognize we all go through stuff, and you have to have grace for the people in your life. Um, so it's like, and more than anything, just to stay on topic as well, God be separating us. He be separating us, because how are you going to hear him if you're not quiet? Because he don't communicate the way you think, or you need, when you think you need a word, how he like he literally moves on his own time. He literally gives me words and a message and stuff on his own time. So I'm just learning to really trust the process. Sometimes that feels and look like, well, is you gonna say something, God? Cause what the oh, I'm the only one. Y'all don't be spazzing that guy. Well, I do shit. Shit. I tell the truth and shame the devil. I do. The fuck? Cause I be stressed and I be scared and I be worried. But he say you cannot pray and worry. So I'm in this season of just trusting God and listening and trusting myself. Trusting myself. Because and a song that's been kind of playing in my head all day is the Fred Hammond song. I mean it's scripture, but he said, it's just the part where he said, he will reveal it all in time. Just know to then your steps are ordered by God. I ain't no singer, y'all. I was in choir. They put me in tenor. They say you can sing 10 or 12 miles away from everybody else. No, I'm just playing. I was alto. But I ain't no singer for real, y'all. And I just say all that to say, just, you know, you might not believe in God the way I believe in God. Okay, so you might not want to acknowledge your upper power or whatever. But in just sitting still and being still with yourself, taking deep breaths, taking a long, take a nice walk. I mean, I'm in Rochester, New York. It's cold as the bitch outside. It's snow everywhere and shit. It's cold. But I just went and took a walk, and I tell you, I went to go get a smoothie from Be Healthy. Shout out to them. Um, and that little walk, I needed that little cold air, little nippy little frost bite hitting my nose. Like I needed that for a minute. So, sometimes you just have to recenter and get in tune with nature. Even if it's the uncomfortable parts of nature, it's easy to go ground yourself in the summertime, right? It's easy to go ground yourself, go to the park, go put your feet in the grass, go sit by some water when it's cute. But what about on the days when it's rainy and it's gloomy and it's snow and it's cold and it's just not as pretty as the summertime might be, or where you really got to go find the light because the light ain't just out. So you got to go do the work and you got to sit and find the beauty in the situation. And that's just what I'm doing with my life. And because of that, I have launched this beautiful program that I'm super excited about. And it's called Action, guys. So the program is called Action. Um it's just a dope space for creators. And it's beginner friendly and it's just gonna be really dope. And I'm so excited to share the journey with you all. If you are in Rochester, New York, please go ahead and get registered. You can I'm gonna post the flyer. I'll post the flyer here on YouTube as well. And if you want to scan the link, that would bring you to the registration. And I would just love to see. I would just love to see you. Even if you're not from Rochester, you want to pull up, pull up. Or if you want to connect and fly me out, we can do that too. But yes, I've done improv. Like improv, not only have I touched many of stages with different comedy teams, I've been on several different improv teams in the town. And we do things or have done things similar to Wildin' Out or A Living Color or Whose Line Is It Anyways? And so I'm very knowledgeable of the games, the skills, and what it would take to hone in on those, as well as just have experience being in studios and being on stage or radio or just improvising in life, period. Like, I'm an improv queen, okay? When I say improv queen, I don't just mean on stage or when it comes to performing. I'm talking about in life, and that's why I'm able to switch lanes and readjust and relate to being a little chameleon to a certain extent, just because I'm so, I don't know, it's maybe because I'm a Scorpio. I just go with the flow. Gotta go with the flow, honestly, because, you know, you go with the flow and you just find different creative ways to accept. And that's all improv really is. So I say all that to say, I love y'all. First of all, I just want to say I love y'all so much. Thank you to everybody who follows me on on my different platforms and everything. I just really thank y'all so much for being here, and I really hope that you guys have a great new year, and just you know be patient, be present, be positive, and be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you're going through some struggles and you don't know where that money is coming from, how you going to pay them rents, if you lost your job or you're feeling lonely, just know that there's somebody out there who can relate. And from that person to you, I just say be grateful, be present, and be positive and be loving. And it's all going to work out. It's going to be just fine. Everything will be revealed to you in divine timing. And if you need someone to listen and talk it out with, I'm here. So we're here. And I can't wait to see you next year. I can't wait to see you next year. Hopefully I will be a little bit more consistent with an actual time of when I'm going to go live. But you know me, I'm a no niche type of bitch. So I'll pop in when I can and I'll see you when I see you. All right, guys. I love y'all so much. Thank you again. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Check out all my new shorts. We've been dropping some funny stuff all over the page. So I love y'all. I love y'all. Love y'all. Happy New Year. And I'ma holla at you. Peace.